Grand Rising Collective. So I have a direct channeled message for you guys from Source. There's something I'd like to break down as I understand it. We hear things like, we're the conscious creators of our reality, but what does that mean truly? Everything that exists in both the perceivable and non-perceivable, the conscious and the subconscious reality is all an expression of the same cosmic energy flow that is the source of all creation. What a collective manifestation, what reality is in the most simple terms that I can conceive, is shared belief. Our universe molds and shapes and expresses itself based on the highest quantity of held belief of what is considered real, possible, and tangible within the collective consciousness. As within, so without. What you see outside of yourself, this reality, is something we've collectively architected. We came into contract and agreement with what is. We believed it to be so, and so it is. There are people who don't believe in karma, who don't believe in anything beyond what they can observe, touch, and see in their external physical reality. And for a long time, there was a higher collective conscious percentage of beings who shared that belief and that way of perceiving. Even spiritual individuals who held the belief that the Creator, that Source, that God, the Divine Mother and Father existed outside of themselves. This attachment to the 3D physical, this attachment to the external, created a density within the beings on this planet. As above, so below. The density of this collective belief created a density to Gaia, to Earth, the heart of the universe. A dense heart is a closed heart space. And I'm sure we are all aware of the pain, chaos, and violence that can manifest from a closed heart space. A lot of beings on this planet are operating with a closed heart space, from a dense and low energetic vibration. What we do to self, we do to other. What we do to self and other, we do to our planet. I hope you're following, because this next part is a bit quantum. Let's spiral in for a moment. Everything you see, touch, it's all molecular, vibration. What the evolution of consciousness really is the evolution of belief. There is a higher quantity of beings on the planet who believe that we are the conscious creators of our reality. And so we are. That know that karma is real. And so it is. That everything done in the dark will be brought out into the light. And so that is what we are collectively manifesting. In order for something to vibrate higher, to have a higher frequential energetic output, the atoms must get excited. They move faster, they vibrate faster, which generates more heat, more energy. The higher your energetic output, the bigger the grid it becomes that you can power. That is ascension. That is collective manifestation. That is what is occurring within us, our beliefs and our ability to wake our subconscious into consciousness. Our awareness of how truly powerful thoughts and belief are. For belief is what our shared reality is constructed from. So as our atoms excite, as we vibrate higher, as we collectively evolve and ascend, we become less dense. And Gaia, our planet, does the same in tandem. The earth heats up. The energetic earth grid activates, generates more heat. It becomes less dense. The heart begins to open. When things heat up, they expand, they spread, they generate, they multiply. And so those who remain attached to the old belief system, the paradigm of density, the separation, the domination, the limitation, those who keep their hearts closed and therefore are disconnected from their vast intelligent network of their emotional body, their energy and frequency will not be an energetic match to this planet. The density of our planet is changing. Earth is ascending. It is ascending and alchemizing back into heart. And heart is air, buoyant, free, unchained, unbound, affluent. We all are being given a chance to, we all are being given a chance. Fear is the only chain that binds you to what was, the collective manifestation of reality in the past. Unity, openness, connection, freedom, stepping into the unknown, free falling into the current of change, riding on the wave of truth, nature, growth is the only key to salvation. Because closing your eyes, plugging your ears, and standing against the current will not stop it from pulling you underneath it. You can either flow with the current of change or drown from the chain and the anchor that's been fashioned from the density of a world that no longer exists. New Earth is already here. And that belief is spreading like a wildfire. The same wildfire that a lot of people, a lot of light workers, a lot of chosen, the same fire that forged us, the same fire that activated us and our awakening and our own internal ascensions. That same fire, it's spreading all across the planet. And so what you see, I think I've talked about this in a past video, but the reconstruction process, it really just is that dense energy, that energy that's so against change, against evolution, against nature. They're throwing a fit. I mean, the atoms are exciting. They're exciting. And whether they realize it or not, they are helping. They're helping. They are helping this change, this collective manifestation of what is. They're all helping it along. But the thing is, as our planet heats up, as our planet becomes more buoyant, as there's more air, and as our planet becomes less dense, those energies that are standing 10 toes down that are fighting nature, that are fighting natural law, that are fighting the flow of evolution, just like with any type of evolution, those who cannot adapt to evolution, to that change, those who cannot adapt, they fall away. There is a prophetic message I posted to Facebook a couple years ago that it's talking about this actually. And so I might actually come on here later and share that prophetic message that I channeled a few years ago, because that is what I channeled in that message is what's actually happening right now. But I hope that sheds some light, or at least granted you with a different perceptual lens to kind of see through. Thank you for being open to my perceptual lens, and I love you all, and I'm sending you all so much love to the universe and beyond, and I hope you all have a beautiful, wonderful day. Bye!